it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like 2 to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do?
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Giants. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Go. Go. Wide, 90. Go, tackle, let's go. We got this. We got this. Check.
Now a run with McCaffrey. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't it?
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Escape, but he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, remember, last year in Week 5, Gano was good from 63 away to beat the Giants on the final play. This not as critical of a kick or as long, but also not as successful.
You're exactly right about that. I was fortunate enough to be on the call for that game, and me and my crew, we got to see him. When they lined up, we thought, that's a long way. We know he's got a big leg, and then he hammered it. Probably would have been good up to about 70 yards. And after the game, the head coach Ron Rivera told the media that his special teams coach had told him, hey, he's good up to 65, coach. And each game, that's what the special teams coach does. Evaluates the distance, lets the head coach know.
Yeah, no doubt he's got the leg, but this time couldn't put it through.
Let's go, defense. Hey,
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Let's go, Lou, lady. 15. Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. Catch made. It's Moreau. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it?
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Mahomes now on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
And the kick here no good. But a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Luck now to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Yellow, I'm going. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Mahomes going to throw. And coughed it up, and the Colts pick it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sets.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Luck, eluding the pressure right. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Mahomes now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Check. Alert flare. Color.
They'll run with Sanders. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Once again with Sanders. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. On first down, Locke. Short little throw to Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Here's McCaffrey. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Ebron with it over the middle.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw is Locke. Flush to his right. And he connects with Ebron. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Good for a Colt first down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. Luck on first down. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Gano now to add the extra point. And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
11. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, Zoo. Get the weight room.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook.
It's a foot race. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. but how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Mahomes now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And an alley to run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
I'm coming. Quick the edge. Attack. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Lambeau is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Right, 675. Squeeze, double. Jim.
On 3rd down, Bernard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Giants. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Hey, here we go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Luck over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And all the way down to the 42. A big play there for the Giants. 48 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
43, 15.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Yellow. There's a little lady. Yellow. Tighten up.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mahomes. And Sanders has got it complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts' 13-yard line. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Going for it with Sanders. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Again, we'll see the pistol here. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll run. It's Sanders. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And that's complete to Sanders. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 2nd and 10. Luck. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let him bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Here's Luck. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing is Luck. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball. When you put up
and this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
They do tack on the extra point as well, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over, he in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big,